Hey guys, it's CJ from The Artist Murder, and you're watching Interview Under Fire.
Alright, CJ, welcome to Texas.
Thank you, man.
So, you guys have been here, what, this past May? So
we come in May, but we've been to Texas 20, 30 something times over the last 8 years, I guess.
So I gotta ask now, what do you think of now when you hear the word Texas?
Generally, people are really nice, like here and in the southern states, like everyone's nicer in the south, I feel.
Okay, so we got a reputation now.
Yeah, I feel. And then I'll say y'all a lot.
I was gonna ask what your favorite, like, if you have a good Texan accent.
Yeah, we do pretty good American accents, especially Texas, I feel, for people that we're so far away from America.
Yeah.
Food here is pretty good. Barbecue here is insane. Tomorrow where we go is the best barbecue in the world in Austin's at Franklin's.
Okay.
I don't eat meat anymore, so I won't be able to enjoy that feast with the boys. But I'm sure I'll have some vegetarian, options.
Question: Are you vegan by any chance?
No, I'll probably go vegan next year, possibly.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it for a long time, but it's a weird one. Like, I grew up fishing, surfing and stuff, so I'm actually pescatarian. I still eat seafood, but I feel I want to go vegan, and then if I do eat seafood, I have to catch it and I have to kill it. If I eat seafood, from that, that's what will happen.
Are you a chef? Do you cook?
No, I was an apprentice chef many years ago when I was young, in my teenage years. So is Andy, our manager. He's a lot better fine dining cooking than I am. But yeah, I will flog most mums cooking, like, easily.
So I'm gonna have to ask you about that later.
Yeah.
Recipes and whatnot. So, dude, 13 years. I mean, and you've been to Texas already more than 30 times. What's your favorite part about touring? And you guys have been pretty much all over the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just any day you hear a band out of Sydney, Australia making a name for themselves, and here you guys are, with your fifth album with Human
Fifth,
Target,
I lost count, man.
Yeah, I mean, your 5 albums, man. Like, what's your favorite part about touring?
I guess I don't really have like a favorite part anymore. I guess like we've been doing it a long time. Sure, like Cannibal have been doing it 3 times longer than us, 4 times even. But it was always like seeing new places, visiting new countries, and now it's pretty much we just have to do South America and that's it. We've done everywhere else. And Hawaii, I really want to do Hawaii. So, I enjoy touring because it lets me be on stage. Right? So that 1 hour a day of being on stage is the most important thing for me. I love playing. I push myself to play the best every single night. Entertain, be funny, be charismatic, be powerful and intimidating and strong. But I guess the rest of the day on a touring day, the rest of the 23 hours is difficult for me. I find it very hard to sleep. And there's not really that much to do. But yeah, touring's great. I get to travel and make money to support my family and do the craft that I've worked so hard to be half decent at. So,
do you still get nervous before a show?
Never.
Any pre-show rituals that you do, like?
I wet my hair, so
or if you can call it a ritual, just something.
Yeah, the only ritual I have is like wetting my hair, because for the odd occasion that I breathe through my mouth, I have a lot of hair, but it's really thin, and there's been times where I'll breathe it in if I'm going for a double breath through my nose and my mouth to like gain a bit more oxygen to sing, and I'll suck my hair in, and then I'll gag, and I'm like coughing up phlegm for like a minute or 2 through a song, and I can't sing, and it just looks shit. So
I'm just like imagining right now, just with poor playing in the background.
Yeah, it's fucked.
You're doing everything you're doing before you even go on stage, so that's like it's
just wetting the hair will eliminate that problem. So that's my ritual.
Do you have a favorite gig you played so far?
Not really, man. Like, there's just been so many. It's really
stands
hard.
out.
Not really. Like, every tour there's at least 5 or 6 like mind-blowing shows, then there's 10 amazing shows, then there's 10 pretty good shows, then there's 4 or 5 we played shitty, or I said something wrong, or I fucked up something. But every show, like, we know we do well, but it's just hard to say. There's so many good shows now, so many awesome crowds, and I can't pinpoint one because there's been so many. So
speaking of the crowds, do you guys think you guys have drawn in a newer audience with each and every album?
I think so, but I think for us it's a strategic move of who we tour with.
Yeah.
You know, so for the last like 2 or 3 years, we've played with the biggest bands in the world in their genres. So after we do this, that's like the grandfathers of traditional death metal.
Yeah.
So like we're touring with them. We've done world tours with Architects. We've done world tours with Dillinger Escape Plan. We've done multiple world tours with Parkway Drive. And then we're still playing like with Decapitated, and we're still doing, Cannibal Corpse. We're one of those bands where, I don't know if it's our style or like who we are as people or whatever, but we can tour with anyone. Like fucking the Jonas Brothers could go on tour and we could support
them. You mentioned
them.
how you like Lana Del Rey and what you really
love Lana Del Rey, man.
How would you
Lana's
feel
sick. Yeah, that'd be mad.
With her,
fucking A, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like knock down a tour to tour with anyone unless I knew they were dickheads or we had like beef with them or something. That's the only reason. We'll play with everyone.
It's funny we mentioned that because we talked about how it's hard to even bring up a band like these days for younger bands.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like, you mentioned how it's important to support them, but it's so hard to bring up a band nowadays with the way how social media is and how it's so easy to get access to music. But it's like you talked about that Lana Del Rey collaboration, and you talking about bringing in fans. That'd be the definition of bringing in.
Oh, dude, that'd be a fucking mindfuck. Like, those two styles of music would just not work. But if we ever had the chance to do it, we'd make it work.
So how's the Australian metal scene? Tell me about
that. It's kind of small.
As opposed to coming to North America or going out in Europe, where, it's the mecca of metal festival. Wacken is there.
Yeah, we did Wacken 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Australia's music scene is really strong for like DJs and pop artists. As far as like extreme metal goes, it's really small because you got to look at our population. It's 25 million people. That's it. We're tiny, but our country is 25% bigger than America. So all of our cities are so much further apart.
Yeah.
And Sydney, where I live, is 4.5 million people. Brisbane's like 1.5. Melbourne's like 2 million. So the demographic isn't really there to support like a band to live off their music in Australia. Like in America, you see so many bands that they might go to Europe once every 3 years. They might go to Australia once every 5 years, but they'll tour America four times in a year. And you can do that here. You have that population here that you can do it. In Australia, you can't. You have to go overseas. And I still love going overseas. I don't get as excited as I used to, but I still enjoy it. So my life's really pretty crazy back home with business and my family. I have a little baby, so
congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, Dante's awesome. He's like the coolest thing that I've ever seen in my life, and the coolest thing that's ever happened to me and my wife. So he's mad as fuck. So I miss him. I try not to think about it because I miss him too much.
Hey, bro, you're a dad.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to explain yourself when it comes to that. Have things changed since you're a dad now? Do you see things differently? Do you see touring differently? Writing differently?
I see touring differently because I see it for the benefit of somebody else other than me. I always thought leaving my wife and my family at home before Dante came into the world, I kind of felt that it was a bit selfish of me to come and not be there to help my family, but now I can tour, and it's selfish that I'm not there to help my family, like look after my child, but this will pay off our mortgage. This will help me pay for all the baby shit that he needs. So
you're still doing what you want to do.
I am, but we're at that level where it supports, like semi-supports us financially back home. So I know that's going to benefit my son. So that helps me feel better about being away from home so much.
Yeah. So I was going to ask this question earlier, but you want to stay true to your root form with deathcore. I mean, what do you even consider yourself, or do you even label your band as a genre?
I just call us a metal band. When people go, "Oh, you're playing a band? What kind of music?" I'm like, metal.
Yeah.
That's it. Like
the amount of subgenres within metal.
Yeah, it's with anything. But you know, deathcore, we're unlike most deathcore bands, but we are probably the truest band to the name because we have so many death metal riffs with hardcore breakdowns. So it is what we are, but I think it's just got a shitty name for other bands or fans or whatever when it first started, because it was that crossover from like screamo, emo core to deathcore, and so I think a lot of people when they hear the word deathcore they think, oh, side fringe dude wearing eye makeup and like depressed about the world and, you know, hates his parents because they grounded him for being on his phone. Like, I know that's what that stigmatism of our style of music is, and we are very, very far away from that genre if you look at it in that way.
So when it comes to like lyrics, you know, what are the obvious lyrics? Oh, death, you know, blood,
being alone. I don't know what it is.
When you write your lyrics, is it the same process? Do you guys go through? Do you like
It's hard, man.
And then you go through the bandmates, like see what they think.
Nah, we usually me and Andy, our guitarist / manager, and our producer Will Putney. It's like a trifecta between us three. I write really simple, shitty lyrics. So what I do is like I'll create like this last record with Human Target. We had like 4 or 5 song ideas, and then me and Andy were like, fuck, we need a lot more subgenres here. We need content. Like, and I went, fuck, okay. So I just listened to music and was just writing stories and then brainstorming bubbles like on paper by myself and like in a laptop out, and I'd digest that and then I'd write short stories or bullet points of, you know, a certain subject matter, and then bullet point, you know, 3 or 4 lines each, bullet point about how I felt about that subject or facts about that subject that I googled. So it's like, you know, when you're at school and they say, oh, I want you to research about Christopher Columbus, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I just do it real different kind of similar format to researching something and like learning about something. I did the same thing with stuff like that, and then with Chemical Christ,
which is your favorite, you told me.
Yeah.
You said in one of your interviews,
Yeah, Chemical Christ is definitely one of my favorite records, songs off the record, because it's about me and my extremely close circle of friends, about like being addicted to drugs and having it like ruin your life and having no life outside of drugs. So that song was kind of written by me and Andy, where I was writing about my perception of what I used to be, and Andy was writing about his perception of what I used to be. So then it kind of culminated together, 2 versions of, you know, one event that just lasted years. So it was really cool to see his point of view, and then also say mine about that particular matter. And I also wrote about some of my best friends back home that went through this, and I think, you know, mental illness and drugs is definitely something that generally goes hand in hand, and for most people that would have gone through one of those together or had someone close to them go through both of those things. So I think it was an important song to think about. I love the way that the song came out.
Will you be performing it?
No, we haven't. We've never played it. But actually,
I was listening to it on the way here. Actually, I was like,
no, I don't think we played it yet. I think we're saving it for the world tour, the headline world tour.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a hard song, man. It's hard.
Dude, it's a banger, man.
And it's relentless.
You're talking about how to close an album. Y'all did it.
Yeah. That's when I didn't want it to be at the end, and I'm like, fuck, man, the song's too good to close. And then when I heard what Will did for the last part of the song, I didn't hear it until he did final edits. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, this should totally be the end of the album. It was great. It's such a 6 song.
So on a given target, Jesse Bueller.
Jesse Bueller.
So you guys at least in.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just making sure he's not on the bus.
So, you know, Black Crown, Initiate, and Jungle Rock, you know, what new element does he bring into this record?
Oh, so many, man. Like, you know, we love Lee. It was really hard for Lee to make the personal decision to exit the band. It was very hard for us to accept that as well. but I get where Lee's coming from. I suffer from mental illness, and he needed to work on himself, and this is the only way that would help Lee. In saying that, we were very fortunate to be so close with Jesse for like 8 years now. He's done tours for us when Lee got married, when Lee's brother got married. So Jesse knows how it is. Jesse's like a little bit younger than us. He's the same age as Shawnee. So he brings like new blood, and I feel that Jesse is top 5 like modern metal drummers in the world. I don't give a fuck what metal you play, if you're black metal or death metal or anything. Chances are our drummer Jesse Beeler is better than your fucking drummer, or better than your favorite band's drummer. Jesse is a fucking weapon. He did like 4 playthrough videos back in the studio in Jersey a few weeks, like last week. And he did all of them in like an hour. Not an hour each, an hour, all songs done. When we watched him record, it was like, even Will is one of the biggest producers in the world, and he was just watching him from the drum booth going, okay, I think that's good, and then just goes, no, I just want to try another fill into this section. So like Will did like 8 or 9 takes of these huge chunks of sections of songs, and it wasn't because Jesse was fucking it up, it's because Jesse wanted to try something different. So it's like he could have recorded the album in a day, the whole record. Like, the guy's a fucking weapon, man. Like, absolute mind-blowing, talented drummer. But Jesse's more than just a drum machine as well. Like, he's such a kind and sweet guy, very intelligent, knows everything about beer, any beer from anywhere in the world, knows everything about coffee, knows everything about drums, wakes up in the morning and claps and goes, hey CJ, you know what? Today's awesome. You know why? And I'm like, let me guess, because you get to play drums today. He goes, that's right, I get to play drums all day, I'm so happy. Like, that's all he wants to do. He wants to have good coffee, have a nice, good craft beer, and just play drums as much as possible. That's all he wants to do. And he's the best at it.
Best fucking drummer.
And just the nicest dude.
In the industry.
Top 5, easily. Top 5. I don't give a fuck. If that's disrespecting some of the grades, I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Dude, do it. He's a fucking weapon.
This is my first time seeing you guys with Jesse, so I've seen you guys 5-6 times before this. With Lee, you know, I can't wait to see him now. Now you got me hyped up.
Just watch Jesse. Don't even watch us. Just watch him. It's fucking insane. He's so good.
Alright, so 2 more questions.
Mate,
I gotta ask.
Do 6.
I gotta ask, bro. What's your favorite tattoo?
That's another hard one, man. I got a lot.
Or maybe your newest one. Just whatever that.
I don't know what my newest one is, actually. I haven't been tattooed for ages. I got this fixed up. It's like a tattoo I got when I was 17. Okay. One of my guys at my shop fixed it up, but I was going to black it out here, and then one of my guys at the shop wants me to do like a big goat head down here, big cover up. So I don't know. Maybe you can get some suggestions. I just need a big piece down here.
Is it colored down here?
No, it's all sweet. It's like I can cover up anything, and because it's my mic arm, I get so many photos where it's just like I'm heavily tattooed, and then there's this panel here, and it's fucked. I hate it so much. So I don't know. I've got to get that done. But I'm getting tattooed by a really good friend of mine who's also probably one of the top 10 tattoo artists in the world in January. Okay. He has a shop that's like an hour from where my shop is. So he's doing the back of my right calf. So that's happening on January 7th. It's his name's Dylan Weber. He owns Atlantis Tattoo in Sylvania. It's like a suburb in Sydney. So Dylan Weber, check him out. He's like really good friends in tattoos. That rapper from here, white dude's got redneck tattooed on his neck.
I can't think of his name. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Chops, you know that rapper, that white dude, wears a cowboy hat, rapper for me, he's got redneck tattooed on his neck. Yellow Wolf, yeah. So Dylan tattoos Yellow Wolf. He's good mates with him. Okay. And Dylan Weber and me and my wife and him and his wife had a little baby boy within like 2 or 3 days of each other. So I can't wait to catch up with him. Yeah. So we got to talk about our little boys. I haven't seen him for a while. He's hugely busy tattooing. I'm hugely busy doing all the shit I do and running a tattoo shop. So too busy. But yeah, Dylan Weber. As of January 7th, you'll see a sick piece on my leg. It will complete most of the leg.
If you weren't a musician, what would you be doing?
It's a hard one, man. I should have been a fucking famous soccer player, but I fucked that up.
Why do you say that?
I just like made really bad decisions when I was younger, and I had like big contracts overseas.
So being an athlete?
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to be. And then I fucking made some bad decisions and had an injury that I could have overcome, but just made bad decisions. And then drugs, girls, bands, and that steered me to here.
You are making a name for yourself.
Yeah. I don't know what I do. I definitely be in the position. I wish that I would have been in the same position as I am now outside of the band. So I own a tattoo studio, and then I have like a furniture business that I'm like taking off with my dad, and then
your uncle, right?
Hey,
your uncle and dad, right? Is that what
my uncle's doing a little bit on the side, but then I've got another business partner now as well for that. So I would be a slight business partner to him. He's a professional, furniture maker, and wants me to work with him, and yeah, he's great too. So hopefully. Well, not hopefully, that will definitely keep me busy until I'm 60, that's for sure.
So when do you guys go back home?
6 weeks.
Excited?
Yeah, I am. We're moving house, so we just sold our house in 24 hours, and then we just bought another one. So I'll either fly home. I'll only be home for 2 days because I've got to do a whole bunch of festivals in Australia and then headline shows. So I'll either go straight from the airport to a house I've never seen before, or it's the one that I went and saw that we buy. Or I'll go home and then have 2 days to pack one house into another house and then fly back out for tour again.
Can I say something? You mentioned me how your younger brother is living the life, but bro, you have a new kid, you have a new album and a new house.
Yeah.
CJ, you're doing it. And,
but it's hard. Like, some other people like, I had this guy on the bus last night and I don't like this guy, but we brought him on anyway. And like he was saying, like, I wish I had your life. I'm like, you would crumble if you had my life. Like, you couldn't deal with what my life is. Like, you're a weak person. Like, just like, it's hard. Like, I love my life, but it is very chaotic, very busy, and very important.
I feel like it's a way to make you stronger. Almost like a blessing in disguise.
Oh, definitely, man. Keeping me busy is the greatest thing because it doesn't allow me to have extra time to make bad decisions. So it's like, I have to do this because if I do this will benefit all of that. And that's how I make decisions now. It's like, will that affect me in a negative way? Yes, don't even think about it. Next thing, like, do you know what I mean? There's so many things. I'm on the phone every day, I'm having meetings every day. I go from one business that I own to another business that I own to a baby that I have to put in bed that night. Just time goes like this. So when I come on tour now, it's like, what's the best thing about tour? And I'm like, I have nothing to do. I have 1 hour I have to play. That's it. Like, I can sit here, watch TV, play FIFA on the PlayStation, watch Netflix, eat food with the boys. That's it. I don't have to do anything. It's like peaceful.
Well, CJ, man, thanks so much for your time, bro.
No worries.
Go crush it on this tour.
I will. I'll try my best.
I can't wait to see you guys out there.
Watch Jesse. Don't watch us. Just watch Jesse.
Watch Jesse, all right? Watch Jesse.
Watch Jesse, motherfuckers.
All right.